Going into this loading screen now for Game 2 of the finals. We have Blind Pick Banditos. They are up 1-0 in this series against Cheese Enema. On the top half of this loading screen, we have Cheese Enema. We have Archos playing as Maokai, Kraogg playing as Fizz, Lerch playing as Jace, Wawix playing as Sona, and Chavez Obama playing as Malzahar. I am Gander of Vato Clan, and casting with me is...
Over here, and on the purple side or red side or on the bottom of the screen that you're watching right now, we have Blind Pick Banditos, Talith PA on Ezreal, Elalya on Irelia, Aesh on Lulu, Jjaja on Udyr, and Aparkhurst on Nidalee.
I like 80s leopard print Nidalee. I'm so excited I don't know what to say. That last game was going one way, it completely flipped over the other way. We'll see how this next one plays out. Both of Elalya, I think arguably Elalya's two best champs got banned, Yorick and... what is that one called? Poppy?
Poppy.
I have a hard time saying it correctly because in all my internal notes it's written as Poppy, P-A-W-P-P-I. Don't ask, it's weird. And I've seen her play some Warwick and some Wukong here and there. And we all know the stuff that Talith plays. Aesh likes to play Lulu. Jjaja plays Udyr, and I don't know what else he plays other than that. I think I've seen him play Pantheon once or twice. I know Aparkhurst has done some 80 Mals. And he's done some Kraogg, he's done some Nidalee. Archos plays some Poppy too. So, in addition to that Maokai. Wawix plays supports. Lerch will play some Rumble. Not too familiar with Kraogg and Lerch, unfortunately.
We do see that tier on Malzahar stacking up that mana pool, just spamming some spells here and there, getting that spook puppy out. He's just chilling in summoner platform.
Spooky
he's actually hanging
puppy.
with that one leg, about to fall off here, but he's got some real good strength in his left front leg to be able to hang on.
Hey, creepy puppy is a good climber. Oh, there were two of them for a second. What? Is that... can you have more than one?
Yes,
What?
if you time your spells, yeah, it is possible if they don't die. Just for a short, brief time.
Double puppy, that's like really good. Double lots of things are pretty interesting. Doublemint gum. I can't make the rest of those jokes, but you know, stuff. Everything else looks pretty standard. Boots, pro items, pots, double Dorans on Udyr. CNA Tome and Meki Pendant for Nidalee down there, though. And we got a Mana Manipulator on Wawix. Both teams heading up towards the top of the map right now. Remember, if Blind Pick Banditos wins this, they win the whole series. They take first place. They get the prizes. You know, it's RP and a champ bundle. And they get another consecutive first.
Yep, so Blind Pick definitely going to be going strong for this win. They're putting out some good poke onto Archos. Talith takes that sapling, but it doesn't hurt too much just yet. Meanwhile, some good poke coming out from over the wall by Lerch on Jace. Jace does have really good ability to pressure and poke from a long range, using that EQ combo in the Mercury Cannon mode. And neither team really getting a good handle on the Taria. Neither team committing to a fight just yet. And we're seeing much more passive poke play coming out from both sides. Of course, the champion setup, but we do see Archos going in with Twisted Advance. Talith PA is able to Arcane Shift out, but there comes the Urchin Strike from Fizz, and Jace jumps right in to confirm that kill. Meanwhile, Sona picks up another as Irelia tries to fight through. Elalya still surviving, trying to put out some more damage, but Aesh not able to assist as much just yet. We see the revives being popped. Can they come back before the windmill is captured? Talith PA does show up, but the skill shot is just a bit short and a little bit off. Talith going to pay for that attempt, taking a ton of damage, but Lerch will have to retreat after taking that javelin to the face.
And Wawix winning the little support fight there between her and Lulu. Jace getting that KB there. Elalya going for Kraogg over in the jungle, and she's got the slow off on him. Might be able to get that kill. Kraogg tries to get out of the way by turning around and dashing through her, but she throws down an exhaust on him and is able to secure that kill. Jjaja has pushed Chavez Obama right up against his tower. Chavez still in control of it for the moment. Irelia picking up the Storm Shield in the middle of the map. Aparkhurst up at the top, poking a little bit with that spear, getting bit by a sapling, taking some damage from Wawix there. Not sure if that was necessary to have happen, but Aparkhurst getting chipped at a little bit there, throwing a trap down over there. Jace fires a shot up, and Elalya behind the tower now, hammering away at Wawix. Archos comes up to help her out, and they turn back around for the tower as Talith PA begins to cap it, but there's creeps all over the place on that. They throw down a defensive Garrison to keep the tower under their control, and Jace gets a shot off on Aparkhurst here. Very precarious position right now for Cheese Enema.
Yep, I was gonna say if Fizz gets up to the top, it's gonna be dangerous, but Jjaja also not in a good position. Meanwhile, top, Aparkhurst has run down quite low. Elalya's blocking the creep wave coming out, allowing their own creeps to push down onto this tower a little bit more. Meanwhile, Kraogg comes down in bot. Jjaja not in a good position. There is the Urchin Strike. Malzahar will go down first, though. Can Kraogg confirm this kill? The shutdown at top going to Lulu against Jace. Jjaja trying to live with that turtle stance, and oh, the health relic goes to Kraogg as he goes through with that Urchin Strike. Very, very well played by Kraogg. Gonna start channeling on that bottom, which is gonna force the revive coming out from Jjaja.
And up at the top of the map, they used another Garrison to try and hold that, but they ultimately did lose the points. Now 2 of their Garrisons are going to be on cooldown for a little while as things progress here in this game. Talith PA is okay on health, but only at half mana. I don't know how long he can hang up and poke up there if a fight does break out, but it looks like Aparkhurst is heading down towards the bottom side of the map, making sure to tap that speed shrine, and nope, gonna go ahead and go up a different direction here. Blind Pick Banditos is also moving down on the map. Where is this fight going to break out at?
Ooh, it's not looking too good for Blind Pick Banditos right now. They're a little bit more spread out. Cheese Enema instantly turned all towards the Boneyard as soon as the quest was labeled. They're gonna go ahead and just go to the closest target, which is Jjaja. Kraogg gets the kill onto Aparkhurst without a problem. Jjaja taking a lot of damage, but there is the wild growth from Lulu. Not gonna last long though as Kraogg goes in for the extra burst, and Wawix takes out the kill and kills all around for Cheese Enema. They're gonna get a ton of kills and get that quest objective, which means not only do they get another tower, they get the objective buff. Meanwhile, the Elalya keeps the 3-cap going, like going for that back cap onto the refinery.
She does, however, lose Windmill in the process, but she is right there to clean it up, and there's really no one to contest her, so she should be able to get that back just fine. Yeah, when she saw that 5-man dive, she went straight over the refinery. Very good decision by Elalya there to make that play. Aparkhurst coming over, throwing a Garrison down on the refinery. Knowing he probably can't take that in a 1v1, throws down that Garrison, delay it for a longer period of time to keep that lead as long as they can. Backs off to pick up that health relic, and this did buy time for Elalya to get down there, and her presence scares Kraogg away from the point. But are these minions going to get that neutral? Nidalee pounces on them, and oh, paper thin! Not able to get that neutral. All you do is like sneeze on that, and that tower would go neutral, but it is not the case right now. Elalya and Aparkhurst have that sort of under control, you could say. And they are going to back away from there. Kraogg and Lerch are hanging out. All Kraogg's got to do is click that for a second. It'll go neutral. Yep, going to get that neutral there. And down at the bottom, on the other end of the map, we have Wawix throwing down that Sona ultimate, that crescendo there, in order to get the stun off and be able to back away from the point. And now, Cheese Enema still has 3 points. Cheese Enema has 2 points, excuse me. Blind Pick Banditos now has 3 points. Forgot they switched sides of the map for a second.
Yeah, they did finally get the Boneyard back, so that was an okay move for Elalya and Aparkhurst to back off from that middle tower at the refinery. They still maintain their 3-cap. They're able to regroup here at the mid-windmill. That gave Elalya time to get that Storm Shield once again. Archos dives in, but not a good idea. Gets caught under tower range. Is going to go down to Elalya. Elalya putting out a ton of damage with the Storm Shield in tow, and there's a good Javelin coming out from Aparkhurst. Wawix comes through, but a little bit too late. Elalya is still going strong. Kraogg is at half health, not looking too good. Wawix goes down instantly to half health, and below Elalya sitting pretty low, but a really good wild gun comes out from Aesh, and the shutdown still goes to Fizz as Earth comes up for a little nom nom time, but that's still going to be a really good chase for Blind Pick Banditos.
Earth not an herbivore anymore. He is out for blood in this game. Kraogg doing a lot of damage to Talith, but Talith doesn't believe in walls because walls are only a suggestion. Goes right through that to back on. Whoa! Damn, son! You died! Oh my! Excellent, excellent shot by Jace. Oh man, that was so good.
Wow. That was crazy. Meanwhile, Aparkhurst did get caught, is going to live. However, Aesh not so lucky. That was an amazing shot. Dead on target.
Wow, yeah, that was... You could not get... That could not be prettier with makeup and a bikini. Like, holy cow, was that good looking. Jeez. Someone give him an accuracy medal or something like that. Good God, that... Wow. Alright, yeah, Talith PA getting taken down there, was not able to get to the top. The top does end up now in Cheese Enema's control. Wawix showing up in the middle of the map here to do a little bit of disruption there. Talith hanging out on the other side. There's a sapling. There's a sapling. Sapling loves Elalya, does a little bit of damage there. And Elalya's going to go ahead and B. Jace not able to get that interrupt there. Just kind of spotting for enemy champions, I suppose, with those saplings. Looks like that's what they are going for. And Talith PA, there's a sapling! There's a sapling, it'll see you. Talith, it'll see you. Well, those things are on the map for a long time. Go away, sapling. Talith wants to play. But a little bit higher up on the map, however, Wawix and Archos are trying to keep Blind Pick back, but they are up here in full force. Fizz is coming around from the... No, not going to come from behind, opt to end up on the same side that his team is on. Jace has extremely good poke. You can see that going on as he keeps firing into the enemy team. And it's a very, very tense moment. Waiting to see who's going to cause the dive here. Nidalee lands a very good spear there. Talith coming around from behind. They just really want to harass them off that point. They have really good poke. They've got Talith, they've got Nidalee, and... Enema only has Lerch really going for them with the poke going on. Wawix taking some damage. Squirrel Sona is not the Sona you want on your team. Kraogg diving in for Aparkhurst. Aparkhurst being saved by the Lulu ult. Good job there. Aesh keeping your buddy alive. Sona ult goes down, but doesn't quite clip Aparkhurst there as he's able to be up and still delivering some damage. Archos now low on hit point. Talith with the aggressive arcane shift jumps straight in for him. Is going to try and get him there. Archos with the... Twisted Advance, not quite able to seal the deal, does do some damage, however, but Blind Pick Banditos is able to secure the top.
Yep, so Windmill goes back in favor of Blind Banditos. This is a really exciting match so far, just going back and forth between both teams. It's cutting it really close. We're 10 minutes in and only at about 320 for both teams. They're doing really well. Jjaja and Chavez Obama, meanwhile bot lane, just having kind of a push war. Jjaja has taken a decent amount of harass, however, he does have the pushing advantage for the time being. Meanwhile, Aesh going to retreat from the windmill, but the rest of Blind Pick Banditos is ready to set up. We do see Elalya picking up that Storm Shield once again, and yeah, Irelia with the Storm Shield is super scary, especially now that Triforce has been finished, and once she gets that Wit's End, it's going to be even worse. We do see Cheese Enema also sitting up around this relic here in the middle, while Elalya sets up possibly for a gank here in the bottom.
Yeah, Elalya cutting down towards the bottom end of the map as some damage is exchanged up the top. But no, she's going to swing back around. She's heading up towards the top now as Blind Pick is being forced back to the drill. And Elalya wants to be part of the crew that saves it. She is going to hit that speed shrine, going straight into the fight there. Gets off the slow on Wawix. Wawix getting blown up there. Huge chunk being taken out of his health before he died there. Archos is going to fall as well, and defensive Garrison right there catches that at one of the last seconds in order to start healing the tower, and Fizz is going to go down, and Lerch is just going to go back off. Nice, nice Garrison. I didn't see who threw that down, but that was an excellent play. Elalya getting caught, however, by the speed shrine by Archos and Lerch. Not sure if she's going to be able to survive through this. Is someone going to come down and back her up? We are going to find out. She runs right into a sapling, and Aesh is right there, throws down that Glitter Lance, but the Glitter Lance misses Archos, unfortunately, as he chases Elalya straight back onto the point, throws down the ultimate. Lulu ult goes down, trying to save her. Another defensive Garrison gets thrown down on that tower. Elalya finally shut down by Jace after living for a bizarrely long amount of time in that engagement, largely due to Aesh's assistance. Aesh backing out of the fight, low on health, low on mana, but nope, gonna swing back around, wants to contribute a little bit there. Nope, changing his mind again, throws down the Glitter Lance, riding from the sapling. It's scary. You're a Yordle. It's like half your height. It's pretty big. Cheese Enema picks up the windmill.
So Cheese Enema back at the 3-cap advantage. Once again, really tense game. Banditos is just kind of losing the touch they had in the early game. Neither team has really lost nor gained full momentum, but Banditos definitely had a bit more of a commanding lead in terms of towers. We do see Archos going right in against Aparkhurst once again, and Kraogg doing a ton of damage, and Fizz is in a pretty good spot right now in terms of damage. Has that Sheen, and then has a Gnasher's Tooth, which is an item you don't see that often, but definitely synergizes well with Fizz's kit. Fizz does take that True Shot Barrage, however still is going to survive for the time being. Meanwhile, bot lane, Jjaja in a little bit of trouble. Elalya forced to retreat at such low health. Lerch is going to pick up this kill onto Jjaja, I hope. If not, it will be a darn shame, but he should be able to chase with the speed buffs and then also the leap you get, but the bear stance may be too much. Lerch is going to have to give up the chase, and it's just going to continue on forward. Really good runaway from Jjaja.
It's the most I've strolled my camera in a while. They just move so fast there throughout that entire thing, and Lerch is like, he can see the future. He shoots a Parkhurst through like a business. Someone's like trying to sell oranges or something, and all of a sudden this railgun shot just rips through it and destroys all your product. I hope that was insured. Hits a Parkhurst on the other side, does some damage. Elalya picking up the Storm Shield in the middle of the map.
Aesh once again just camping out at the windmill, this time not going back just yet, still has full resources, is in a very good spot, just waiting for the teammates to show up. They are going to catch Archos a little bit out of position, but Archos of course is meant to be kind of the first one in, the tanky type for Cheese Enema, so I'm not sure if that's the best of ways, but Archos is still pretty squishy. The True Shot Barrage did hit a lot of the enemies. Elalya does get taken down by that percentage damage from Jace. However, Jace gets taken down by Nidalee. Meanwhile, Talith PA is going to pick up the kill onto Kraogg, and that's going to allow Aesh to keep chasing.
Aesh does have some damage that he can output, but fighting under a tower is not such a great suggestion. Archos, don't do it. Oh, Nidalee happened. That's unfortunate. And Maokai goes down like a tree in a forest. If an Archos falls off screen, does anyone hear it?
Meanwhile, bot lane, it's still a bit of a push competition. Not too much going on. Both champions playing just a little bit static gameplay. However, in the middle area, that's just where all the action's been. They've been trading kills, going for towers, trading kills, going for towers. Neither team too successful at grabbing and holding towers just yet. We've seen Banditos have a little bit of a lead in this match, but it hasn't been nearly sustained for long enough. Wawix, meanwhile, gets caught out of position by the enemies. Banditos will pick up that kill happily, and that leaves just Archos at this tower at the refinery here. And while Archos isn't taking too much damage, he will eventually definitely go down if only his teammates could come in time to save him, but no, the burst will be too much, and Banditos should be able to pick up
as
this
I referenced
tower
earlier,
right
Maokai, extremely durable. You saw that right there in that engagement while he had his ultimate active. And Kraogg, wow, taking a lot of damage right there. Lerch coming in to get the kill off on Irelia there, but Talith PA sandwiched between Wawix and Jace. It seems like it's going to... No, it's actually really not okay. Wow, nice shot by Wawix there, putting them down. And now Lerch and Aesh getting into an engagement here over at the drill. Blind pick with their 4 towers, trying to hold on for as long as they can, and throwing down the Garrison before he leaves to buy that extra time on the tower.
Very smart move. Meanwhile, Kraogg picks up the kill. They want to push up against the windmill, Cheese Enema that is, and they're going to regroup. They're going to take some time and then launch another assault onto the windmill. That's what it's seeming like, at least on the map so far, but Archos goes ahead a little bit too far ahead of the team, is caught out of position. Meanwhile, Elalya does have free reign against the rest of Cheese Enema, is putting out a ton of damage onto Kraogg. Lerch not in a healthy spot. Kraogg's going to go down immediately to Nidalee first, and Nidalee's going to get a double kill onto Maokai.
A lot of pressure on this refinery now. Cheese Enema really not in a position where they can move out at all at the moment. Blind Pick having very firm control over things right now. Lerch's going to go ahead and B because he's right next to the summoner platform. He can grab some health, he can come back and still be in an okay position. Aparkhurst low on mana right now. Don't know how long he can keep up what he's doing right here. Trying to get Wawix down. Goes into cat mode. Pounces away out of there, picking up some gold there. Lerch going for a shot, misses. Talith PA right behind. Ezreal over there, and so is Archos right behind. He doesn't fear anything. He's just going straight in for it. He wants some of that cat, but she's going to jump right on out of there, turn around, throw a spear. Does a little bit of damage to Archos. He was inside his ult when that happened. Maelstrom, I believe that, Vengeful Maelstrom, yes. And Lerch is going to go down there. Wawix coming up to the top, and whoa, Ezreal narrowly missing Wawix there. Is Wawix tanky enough to be able to get out of this? Not with Glitter Lance around. That is one of the sickest slows there is. Fizz being opportunistic, taking down Nidalee right there before retreating back to his tower, but he gets hit with a Glitter Lance and slows him down so much. He earfs Talith PA rather, and Blind Pick might get this windmill again, or this refinery again, excuse me. But I think they're only going to neutral it.
They get the neutral, and we do see them backing off. So that's a 3-1 cap. Banditos once again right around the half point mark of the match. They turned it around, and now they have a healthy lead. They haven't really been forced to turn away or go back to base. They've just been comfortable staying and pressuring.
And Kraogg is looking for some people, heading over to his team, trying to decide which way he wants to go. Wawix and Lerch are in the middle of the map, and Elalya wants some of that. She has a Storm Shield, and she doesn't care what you think. Wisely walking out of that Vengeful Maelstrom. Kraogg diving straight in for Talith because he knows how dangerous Talith is. Talith has to jump out over that building, turns around, fires an ult through the entire enemy team right there. Kraogg low on health, he does go down. Archos still alive, Shark goes off, takes a bite out of Aparkhurst. Puppy Archos is best Archos, getting chased. Wawix really fast away there, trying to keep Archos up, but also at the same time trying to stay out of danger. Wawix playing a very good Sona right there. Being able to throw those buffs down and still stay out of harm's way, but things are getting very dire right now for Cheese Enema. If they want to stay in this tournament, they're going to have to do something immediately.
Yeah, they need to go ahead and get a neutral or even a cap to turn this around. They need to at least get it a neutral, but in fact it's going to be a Aparkhurst who's pressuring this bottom tower alongside Jjaja. They have Malzahar down to half health. Kraogg does show up with that Fizz, going to pick up the kill as Malzahar gets that suppression. Meanwhile, Shutdown goes down, but they need to be able to neutralize the tower. They're not going to be able to reach one in time, and that's going to be game. GG's coming out. Victory is going to go to Blind Pick Banditos as they win.
Blind Pick Banditos picking up another consecutive finals. That spot for first place team in all of Dominion is now contested for certain with each passing week as Blind Pick starts to catch up to the number of first place finishes that Point Defense has.